I'm going to share my first ever literary agent rejection.
So I got this almost 11 years ago. If you'd like to read it, pause to read. I was so nervous as I was sending out these first query letters. I sent like 5 or 6. My hands were like shaking, like as I pressed the submit button. My face was like flushed, cheeks red. I was so incredibly nervous. And as you noticed, this was actually the day after Christmas. And that was kind of strategic on my part that I sent out my first 5 or 6 letters because I didn't think that I would actually get any sort of responses until January. And so that would give me some time to actually come to grips with the idea that somebody may not love what I had written. I remember driving with my wife after sending off this first batch. We drove off to a burger restaurant and we got some burgers. And then by the time we came back, about an hour and a half later, I got a ding on my email and that rejection came. And I remember I leaned against the car and I just sat there, feeling the sting in my chest and trying to breathe through it. And I told my wife, I said, I've heard that it takes some writers like 10 years before they actually get a literary agent or they get published. Do you think I'm actually gonna have to wait that long? And she's like, no, I don't think so. It wasn't until 2020 that I got an agent, 9 years later. And then 2 years after I got an agent that I got a book deal and I'm gonna have a book that's gonna be published. And my book's gonna be coming out in 2024, early 2024. So that means that from the time I sent my very first query letter, the time that my book got published, be almost 13 or 14 years. It sucks.